Welcome to the Rustic Garden Homestead. This video is all about growing radishes indoors. I'm going to show you how I grow them. I'm going to do a harvest also, and I'm also going to link some videos in. You can see I'm growing tomatoes, spinach, lettuce behind me. I will link those videos in case you want to grow some of this stuff indoors. Getting towards the end of January, here in Maryland Zone 7, I'm going to be planting all my cool weather crops very soon. I'll be doing videos on that if you want to subscribe. And I am trying to reach 1 million subscribers in the next couple of years before I turn 62. So please subscribe, that will really help me out. But let me show you how easy it is to grow radishes indoors. I've been growing a lot indoors this year. Spinach grows really well under the white LED grow lights. Again, I'll link all these videos in the video description. Spinach looks good, lettuce looks good. It's a little past its maturity date. Tomatoes are starting to come in. You can see all the beautiful green tomatoes. I have videos on all of those. Today I wanted to show you we can also grow radishes indoors. Oh, and just real quick, I've got some peas going. Haven't done a video on that yet. Got some radishes growing. Today is the 23rd of January. 3 weeks into January. I started these around December 10th. So what is that? About 6 weeks. So somewhere between, realistically, 40 and 50 days, you're going to have some beautiful radishes. All growing in just a plastic shoebox. Use whatever container you want. I like this size because it gives them a lot of room for root development. You can see that. The radishes are going to grow at various rates. Some of them will be nice and large. And look, here's a beautiful one right in here. We can pull this out. I mean, that's a really nice indoor radish. And now's the time to really start taking them out. So I've got two nice radishes. And what I'm basically growing inside is a salad garden, and some of them are still maturing like that size, and you could eat them at that size. Those are the main ones at this point. They're going to mature again over 40, 50 days for your first, harvest of a couple of them, and then between the 50th and 60th day, you should get a lot more. You can eat the greens. Spacing may impact the size of the radishes, so I'll show you a quick planting video, but definitely works. Nice sized radishes, perfect for growing indoors, nice indoor salad garden. Doesn't take up a big footprint, and when we go to the planting part, you'll just see how many radishes are getting packed in there. So take a look. I mean, those are really nice for indoor growth. Before I get to planting the radishes, just want to go over some basics real quick. If you want more information, check out the video description again, because I've done a bunch of videos over the last 2 weeks on growing indoors and all the equipment you need, including the lights. The lights are just basic white LED shop lights. Your plants should stay under there, 16 hours light on, 8 hours light off. When the plants get to germination, about 10 days after that, I feed them with a dilute water-soluble fertilizer. And that keeps them going. The whole key to success for growing indoors, growing a pepper plant in there too. There'll be a video on that. The whole key to success is giving them low amounts of water-soluble fertilizer, as they're growing. There's no nutrients in the soil. So once they get beyond being fed by the seed coat actually feeds the plants for a little bit after germination. Once they get beyond that, you have to make sure you keep the water-soluble fertilizer flowing into your plants. Less when they're small, more when they're larger, but the videos I linked will describe all that. All right, let's get to planting the radishes. The whole key is to keep the process simple. So you always want to bottom water. A lot easier to fill up a tray with just water or water in your water-soluble fertilizer. And you're going to put 3 holes into the container. 1, 2, 3, nothing fancy. And it just sits in a tray like that. You can use any size container. I do recommend, I don't know what that is, maybe 4 inches deep. 10 centimeters. Perfect. It develops a nice root system, holds a lot of moisture. You don't have to keep worrying about watering it, because when the plants get this big, I've let these actually dry out by accident. They've just been watered. They're a little beat up because I missed, again, watering them. When your plants get to a good size, like you see here, it's real easy for them to take the water out of here really quickly. So you might be watering every other day. The setup, something like that, and then we're just going to fill it with some seed starting mix. You could use a potting mix. I wanted to show you just how beautiful the roots are. So that depth of 4 inches about 10 centimeters is perfect for growing the radishes. In a shoebox size container, you can get in about 10 radishes. I put more into that example, and you could, like, you know, press one right in there, maybe another one right in there. That's perfect. 1/4 inch deep. You don't have to be exact. I mean, you could go even a little bit deeper because you're using a seed starting mix. It's really light. I actually ran out of radish seeds, but you would put 2 seeds per hole. Just drop in 2 seeds, covered over. They germinate really quickly. They should go right under the lights. You always want them germinating into light. I recommend using a timer on your seed starting station, 16 hours on, again, 8 hours off. These are going to germinate pretty quickly. Once they germinate, after about, I don't know, 5 days or so, just thin it to the strongest plant. You always want to drop in 2 seeds because you don't want to wait around for the seeds to germinate. But putting in 2, you're almost guaranteed you're going to have at least 1 radish plant per hole that you put in there. That's all you really have to do. The seed starting mix, nice and dark. When it's saturated, the starting mix is heavy. You can learn by just kind of lifting it and looking at the top when you need to water. Takes a little bit of practice, but you can't really overdo it. Excess water in here is fine because you got so much starting mix. It absorbs the water. The mature plants, when they're this size, quickly sop up the extra water. You just don't have to water often until the plants are really about this tall and you see the root system starting to come out and around through the plastic. That's why I like using the clear plastic. 7 to 10 days after germination, they're growing a little bit. 1 feeding of the water-soluble fertilizer. Again, check out the video description. I cover the starting mix, fungus nets, all kinds of stuff. I just don't want to repeat that now. It'll make the video too long. But if you need more information, check out the video description. The first feeding, again, is about 10 days after they germinate. Teaspoon of water-soluble fertilizer in a gallon of water. This is my gallon jug. I use this all the time. I just write my recipes right on here. And then it's good to go with having nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, all the nutrients in there. As the plants get bigger, you may go to watering once, or you may go to fertilizing once a week. And when they're really large, you know, maybe this size, maybe twice a week. And essentially all you do is, you know, you water when you need to. And then during that week, if it's the first watering, you add the water-soluble fertilizer in, go ahead, pour it into here, and it works. Don't over-fertilize your plants. Over-fertilizing can damage them, can make them look purple, give them yellow veining, all kinds of issues. Slow, low amounts of fertilizer. If the plants look yellow or stunted because you are feeding them slow and low, you know that, okay, maybe you need to increase the feeding a little bit. It's much easier to add more fertilizer and correct that issue than it is to overfeed them and harm them, because too much nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, other elements concentrate in the soil and it becomes actually toxic to the plants. In about 40 days, you're going to have beautiful radishes. Now, sometimes some of the radishes don't form nicely. Don't know why that happens, but you're going to be able to pull out plenty of radishes by growing them indoors. And again, you can eat the greens, you can stir fry them. They're really, really good. I'm growing a complete salad garden indoors this year. Spinach, lettuce, tomato, peas. You can eat the pea tendrils, even some bunching onions. 40 days, you'll have some radishes. Over the next 3 weeks, you can harvest some more. After that, pull everything out and you can start again. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. I sell tomato and pepper seeds at $1.75 a pack. All other seeds are only $1.50. And again, please subscribe. I hope to get to 1 million subscribers sometime in the next 2 years. Thanks for watching.